One part of the country, the red could be a Christmas tree. Christmas was saved on Prince Edward Island today, so let's maybe get some good news. The island will lift its circuit breaker lockdown restrictions tomorrow, days ahead of schedule. Remember, the island first went into lockdown December 7th to curb the spread of COVID-19. Premier Dennis King is crediting islanders for their diligence and offering up some much-needed holiday cheer. How did the island plank the curve? Well, let's find out. The Prince Edward Island Premier himself, Dennis King, joins us. Premier King, always a pleasure to have you on the program, and top of the season to you. That clip of you was pretty amazing when you talked to the chief medical officer and you said, thanks for saving Christmas. How did Christmas get saved on P.E.I?
Look, it's been a really good couple of days here. We had, leading into December 7th, an outbreak of 11 cases here where we couldn't track the source, and it caused a great concern. It really was our first big outbreak here, and just learning from other jurisdictions and taking advantage of of our island being able to secure it a little bit easier than most. We went into sort of a circuit breaker or a lockdown, and through those efforts and with everybody in P.E.I. really buying in and doing their part, we were able to sort of break that, to break the circuit essentially, and we're in a good place right now, thankfully, and we were able to announce that tomorrow morning, effective 8 a.m., that we can relax some of those measures we put in place on December 7th.
Okay, so what are the actual rules? So now people say, okay, if you're lucky enough to be on the island right now, it's not a free-for-all. What are the rules?
No, and I think, I think everything is relative. I think if you live here in P.E.I., there's some that think it's still too strict, and look, and some probably think we're moving too fast. But essentially, we can have in-room dining again with some limitations. We will close all restaurants at 11 o'clock. That's one of the, caveats with that. We can have faith-based gatherings again of 2 cohorts up to 50 people, which is important for this being a very important season for those who attend church. We're able to get our kids back playing hockey again, and we're able to have a greater visitation in our long-term care centers. So all of those are they're not perfect for sure, but they're certainly better than they were. And judging from what I've been hearing in the lead up to this, it seems to put Prince Edward Island in a pretty unique place across the country.
It sure does. So like on Christmas or Christmas Eve, how many people could you have over to your house in the new rules?
Now, under the new rules, you can have your family unit plus 10 people. For me personally, I come from a family with 7 other siblings. So when we all get together, we're about 46. So we're not going to be able to get together the way we would normally. But I'd be able to have my wife's family, that would be my family, and my wife's extended family would be 10 people. So Christmas Eve, we could have them in. And then, so we're asking islanders to have up to 10 people plus the family unit. We're encouraging people to have smaller gatherings if they can. You don't need to have 10. And what we've been saying from the very beginning, Evan, has been, we want you to watch your contacts, to keep your contacts small, and to not let your guard down. And I believe islanders are ready to do that again.
Yeah, so because there is a concern that you've gone all this trouble with the circuit breaker, the Atlantic bubble, and then it could spike again over the holiday season. That's always the big worry. Are you concerned about that?
I think both Dr. Morrison, our Chief Public Health Officer, and me, I think you're always worried. I think we have people who are coming into the region for Christmas. They are going to need to isolate, but the importation of the virus has been our biggest concern. We also have the to and fro of students coming to our colleges and universities here, which is a concern. But at the same time, islanders have demonstrated a tremendous responsibility and trust. They really follow the rules very, very closely here. They take them very seriously. So while we're concerned, we're comforted by the fact that, islanders are doing their part, and we know they will continue to do so.
Well, good luck. I know Prince Edward Island's got very unique circumstances next to some other provinces. You just heard what's going on in the Greater Toronto region, but all across the country. But we're thankful for any part of our country that's in a little better shape. So maybe raise a glass for some of us that won't get to gather. And I know you won't get to gather with your large clan, Premier King, but maybe you'll Zoom call them or something. 46 people on that Zoom is going to be busy. But always appreciate talking to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Evan. And look, we're grateful for what we have here, but our heart does go out to all of those across the country. We're thinking about you, and I promise you we will get through this.
Yeah, well, my wife's got family in PEI, so say hi. Thank you, Premier King. That's great.